This is new for me too, so.
It's all right. It's all right. You are on the Brian Richard Tony
Mm-hmm.
Hickman show. What's
Yeah,
going on,
man.
y'all?
Nothing much, man.
You know,
We are here. This is another quarantine edition of the Ryan Rich and Tony Hickman show. I have my girl, Miss Tony Hickman. She missed last week
Yes,
um,
I did. I'm so sorry.
with some technical difficulties, but you good now, right?
Yeah, it's not acting up. Knock on wood. Let me knock on wood, cause woo,
I would,
I had
yes.
internet issues last week like no other.
Mm-hmm. And
So
I had to roll solo, but I made it, so
you
it's all
did a
good.
good job. You did a really good job.
All right, all right, all right. So we are here with a new friend of mine. Her name is Diana Merano, and we're doing this in honor of Lupus Awareness Month. I don't know if our listeners and viewers remember a couple months back we did an interview with Miss Joelle Made a Lupus Diva, and she told us about her battles with lupus and struggles with lupus and different things that she went through with the illness. And I don't think this interview is going to be any different than that. This is Lupus Awareness Month, so we're doing a lupus interview with my new friend here, Miss Diana Moreno. And first of all, I want to say thank you for sharing our video and thank you for being on our show because
Yes.
um, it's a good thing. So I want to ask you, you're relatively young when you got diagnosed, right? I think in a conversation that we had on Facebook, going backwards and forwards, you said that you got diagnosed at 19.
19. Yes. 19
So
years old.
what was the first initial reaction, or what were some of the symptoms that you had?
I was already experiencing not being able to walk, stand, and
Mhm.
hold things. And the swelling in my arms, knees, neck, and mouth started happening.
So when
Mm.
you went to, when you went to the doctor, like what was the first diagnosis, or what was the
It was
issue that
rheumatoid
they said?
arthritis.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
It,
my first diagnosis of rheumatoid arthritis.
and did they did you have to keep going back for like additional testing until they found out what it was?
I did. I was 19 at that time. I was going to school. I was interning. I was working two jobs.
Mhm.
I didn't really have time to do that. So I was very ignorant to not do that for myself. I kept going. I didn't really realize anything until probably until I had my son. My son, um, I was in remission for a very long time, and I was
Mhm.
in remission also when I got pregnant. That's a very, very big plus. If you're in remission, it's completely different experience when you're pregnant. As soon
Oh
as I
wow.
delivered, yeah, as soon as I delivered and I had my son and he turned 6 months, I fell. I stressed my body out,
Mhm.
and I came out of remission, and everything went just down from there. The swelling, the walking, the back, the hurting. I couldn't stand. I couldn't hold things, and I was working. I was paralegal for a good 9 years in criminal and family law. So it took over me. I couldn't type. I couldn't walk. I couldn't sit. Everything was uncomfortable. I really didn't take anything. The prescription that the doctor gave me at that time with rheumatoid arthritis, she says, I can't, there's no cure for rheumatoid arthritis. So basically, I'm giving you a prescription for Motrin, 800 milligrams, and that's all I can do for you. Fast
Wow.
forward from that,
Mhm.
I started on Enbrel, and that was in 2000 and I believe 2001 or 2000 and oh no 2002, and I was still working and I was covered by my insurance, thankfully, and I started on Enbrel, and Enbrel, um, 3 years later, my doctor at that time, that was like, I think it was my 12th doctor.
Okay.
Um, he put me on Plaquenil, which is what put me in the hospital and ICU for 3 months because it poisoned me.
All
Uh,
right.
the
I'm gonna
first,
stop you there.
okay,
I'm gonna put you on pause there because I think in the last interview, I was talking to Tony. We were going backwards and forth, and you said that one of your relatives was on that medicine, right, Tony?
No, my mother.
Okay, your
My
mom.
mother was diagnosed with lupus as well, and my mother decided that she was not going to take Plaquenil because it's like Plaquenil almost it made the symptoms of lupus increase.
For me, it
Yeah,
did too. It
yeah.
did too.
And so she stopped taking it, and she also got off of red meat, and
Yeah,
became a vegan and all of that, and that
yeah.
is how she improved. Yeah.
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 That's
The
how.
Platinum
That's how.
poisoned me the first week of me taking it. I was only taking it for 7 days. Within those 7 days, it put me in ICU for 3 months.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Yeah. And from
Wow.
there, when I
In
got
ICU for
diagnosed,
3 months?
yeah, yeah,
Whoa.
yeah. And my kidneys were dead. They weren't even functioning. They wasn't even they were dead. I was turning green, blue, and yellow. That's what my mom was telling me before I went into the ER. But I wanted to go get tacos. And my mom was like, you're turning yellow. And
And
then
you
I looked
thinking
down.
about tacos?
I
Come
was
on,
thinking about
girl.
tacos. I was literally thinking about tacos. And my mom was like, your legs are huge. She's like, you're swelling. And not kidding, the swelling was coming out of my shoes. So
Wow.
from my ankles, my skin and everything was I couldn't pee. I couldn't go to the bathroom, nothing. Basically at that
You
moment,
had
at
the
that,
elephant legs. You had the elephant legs. Yeah.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
exactly. And within that couple of minutes, my ex-husband at that time, he was like, let's go to the ER. Let's go. So we went, and the ER department, if you hadn't came within the hour, you would have been dead.
Is that
Wow.
that's what they told you at the
Yeah.
hospital?
Yes.
Wow.
That's what they told me. That's what they told me.
All
I
right.
was in ICU after that, I was in ICU for 3 months. I was diagnosed with lupus. I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis and stage 3 kidney failure.
Okay.
Oh
So
wow. So you
how did you
also have,
go
go ahead.
go how did you uh bounce back? Like how long did it take you to bounce back from the diagnosis and everything that you went through? And then Slim, I'm gonna let you
I'm
actually.
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. It's taken me 11 years. It's taking me a decade. I can
Wow.
say that now because last year I was still feeling crappy. I have my days where I don't feel well. I know what my limits are. Like
Mhm.
today, from yesterday to today. Yesterday I was in bed. I couldn't really get up out of bed. I was lethargic. Today, I got up. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have a cup of coffee. Let's go to the store.
Wow.
Let's go grocery store. Let's take advantage of me feeling well. Let's go here. Let's go there. I came back and I was texting Ron. I said, you know what? I had to take advantage of the day today. I went to the grocery
Right.
store.
Wow.
Yeah. And,
Right.
and you have to know your limits, and you have to know when to say, okay, this is it. This is
Yeah.
this is my day. Today's my day. I'm going to get up and go.
Right.
And
Right.
that whole positive attitude where you have to continue, where okay, you have to know your limits, you have to know when to stop and when to go, and that's pretty much how you have to continue with this lupus, Mr. Lupus, and continue staying positive, because you do have your bad days. Not every day is a good day.
So
Right.
I have another question for you.
Good, Slim.
I realized you said that you also dealt with kidney failure. Now, earlier you told me that you have three issues. So it is lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, which both of those are actually intertwined.
Fine, yes, but
Yeah.
they're saying that it's three. My doctors say that it's three diagnoses.
Okay.
Stage 3, actually, stage 3 kidney failure.
And so with the kidney failure, what are you doing for that? Are you taking meds? Are you on dialysis? Like
I
how are you?
haven't been on dialysis for a long time.
That's so
The it,
beautiful.
it's I'm very blessed. I was only
Yeah.
on dialysis for 6 months after ICU.
Okay.
Um, I was on dialysis for 6 months. After that, the doctor says, your chemo infusion, which I'm on at the moment right now.
And what was
Actemra.
it? Say
I'm
that
on
again. Say that. I
on
was
a
saying
chemo infusion. I'm on
chemo
Actemra right now.
infusion.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I
Hmm.
get that every month. Now, back then in the beginning, when I was in ICU, I started the chemo every 6 months, and that was Cytoxin. And that was at the beginning. That was that 2009. I could have, I that was basically my ending point at that point. They said, well, this is the only treatment we got for you, and you're either gonna live through it or you're not gonna make it.
Now I want
So
to ask you, did that help any? The
yes,
treatment that
it
they gave you,
helped.
did it help? Hmm.
Yes, it helped within. I mean, it was miraculous, and it was really weird how it happened because my kidneys weren't working. They weren't functioning. I wasn't going to the bathroom on my own, and as soon as I started the Cytoxin, within the six, I think it was between 6 and 8 hours that I was getting it infused in the hospital, my kidneys started functioning again. 2 days later,
Wow.
I started going to the bathroom by myself.
Mm.
So it was really strange. I don't know if anybody believes in the power of prayer. Uh, yeah, that
Most
helped
definitely. Mhm.
immensely. I was very blessed to make a miraculous improvement, and my kidneys actually both functioning because both of my kidneys were dead. They were
Wow.
basically gone, and I was put on the transplant list. At that moment, I was put on the transplant, and they said, you're not going to recover. You're not going to be able to. It was just a lot to take in at that moment.
Mhm.
The whole transplant thing that really shocked me. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's scary. Because
that was
even once you get on the transplant list, even if you got a kidney, you would be stuck on
exactly.
medications, and you have to make sure that it adapts to your body. It's
Yes.
really a scary process. So the best thing that could happen, which is you were able to keep your own kidneys and
Yes.
urinate
Hmm.
Yes.
on your own. That is
Yes.
so beautiful. Now, are
Yeah,
you
that is like a
still taking
miracle.
any medications for that?
One more time?
Are you still taking any medications for your
No.
kidney?
No. The
That's
only
so
thing the only thing I'm on right now at the moment is the Actemra, uh aminopren. I can't even pronounce it. I'm sorry. But it's another type of medication I take
for
to
lupus?
yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um yeah. I'm not really on a lot of medications other than my blood pressure and the infusion. That's pretty much all I'm on. And
What are
vitamins,
you
lots of
taking for
vitamins.
blood pressure?
Lisinopril and metropolol. I hope I'm mentioning that right. Metropolol.
Okay, so
Metro.
I want to just tell you something, because I have someone very close to me who almost died on lisinopril. That's why I ask everybody. I'm a certified naturopath. If you didn't know, I'm like a holistic health person. Um, but lisinopril, especially with us that have melanin, it can cause coughing and swelling. So if you have been going through the coughing and the swelling, that's the problem.
Mm.
Lisinopril. You can ask your doctor to switch you from lisinopril.
That's what's been going on with me lately. The coughing and in my throat. And I thought it was peanut butter.
No, that is your medication, and it will get nothing but worse. So my
Really?
mother, if
Thank you.
yeah,
I'm gonna mention that.
oh yeah, you want to get off of it. You want to get switched to something else.
And I've
I'm
been on
put
Lisinopril for years. Sorry.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put you on pause, because we gotta let people know where they can find us, right, Tony? Uh,
Yes, yes, yes.
you can
Good
hit us up,
conversation.
man, on all social networking platforms. Ryan Rich and Tony Hickman Show. You can hit me up on my Facebook page, Ronald Richardson or Ryan Rich, and Tony.
Yep, and you can hit me up on all social media at the real Tony Hickman. And yeah, that's where you can find us in all of our social media at Ryan Rich and Tony Hickman,
Tony Hickman.
including YouTube. You have to go to YouTube and you have to subscribe because we need your
Right,
subscription.
right.
Yes.
So I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you get back into the whole medicine thing with the lisinopril issues with the dry coughing. What are Tony? What are some of the other side effects?
I mean, basically coughing, swelling of the tongue, Yeah, some people swell on their lips, but it basically it swells. It just causes swelling, and especially in people who have melanin in their skin. So that medicine works more for melanin deficient people, and when I say that, I mean like Caucasians. But for us, it doesn't work well for us.
And you know, it's funny that you say that because around the time I got diagnosed with hypertension at 17, I'm 36
Hmm.
now. Um, I was put on Lisinopril when I first got diagnosed in hydrochlorothiazide, which is a fluid pill. And
Okay.
I never really had any side effects from the medicine when I was taking it. I'm on something totally different now, but it's funny that you said it because I when I was on it, I never really had any side effects unless the medicine changed over the years. I don't know.
It may have changed, or it may just be different for your body. And it may be different for males because I also have another friend that is on lisinopril and he doesn't have those issues. But
Hmm.
I know for the women, but I can't say that because I've even seen it in men where their whole lip would swell, their tongue would swell, everything.
Right.
So you just got lucky. But with all high blood pressure medications, they are they can be damaging to the body, right?
Hmm.
And so the best way to counteract that, because what's crazy is like you take your medication, right? And then if you don't take it, your blood pressure goes back up. But when your blood pressure goes high, it damages the kidneys. So
Hmm.
then you take the medication, which also damages the kidneys. So the best way to control it is to control your diet. It all comes back to diet,
I agree.
and
I agree.
eat better, all of that. So
I
yeah.
totally agree with that. Totally. Yeah, I don't eat meat. I don't eat red meat. Chicken and fish I do eat. But this whole
Hmm.
Lisinopril thing, I think it's got me thinking twice about it because
Right, right, right.
because it's been
I mean,
happening a lot to
anybody
me.
who tells me, go ahead, say that
It's been
again.
happening a lot to me. It's been happening a lot. And I was telling Ronald, I can't help, but to cough and choke. It's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and I wake up and choke on my cough. And
Hmm.
and I'm
So
thinking,
yeah,
darn it, I need to stop drinking or eating peanut butter because I'm
not at
thinking maybe that's
all.
probably what it is. But now
No.
you're making me think different.
Oh, I'm telling you what it is. I
Yeah.
have witnessed it. Yeah, it is that. It is listen, and if you Google it after we get off the phone and see the side effects, you will see exactly what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So, and it can be way worse. Hmm?
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna have to look into that with my doctor because
Yeah.
I stopped taking it since I video chatted my doctor and I was telling her about that. And she's like, okay, stop taking it, but just let me know, how you feel. And I've been feeling okay. But
Right.
I
Oh, with the
feeling
lisinopril.
yeah, but I'm still feeling the after. I mean, I'm still congested. I do still have congestion in my chest, but I'm still coughing, but it's less now. I'm
Right.
dealing more. I think I'm dealing more with the congestion more than the coughing now. But other than that, it's got me thinking now.
Yeah, most
God,
likely. I mean, I almost know. I can't say 100%, but I almost know that that is the cause. Because I've witnessed it. Actually, the person I'm telling you about is my mother, and my mother, if she didn't drive herself to the emergency room, she would have died because her tongue literally swollen and was sticking out of her mouth. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
what? I'm gonna say that my tongue has gotten swollen because it feels like you can't swallow,
Yeah,
right?
and they wanted to give her steroid. They ended up giving her steroids because it was either the steroids to help her tongue go down
Mhm.
or slit her throat and to give her oxygen. Like, yeah. And so they gave her the steroids first. And that's what, after a bunch of steroids, which also caused more problems.
Problem.
So,
All right.
yeah,
So how long was she on the steroids before it all subsided? Like
it
before all this
was
problem subsided?
hours. It was hours. Yeah, it was hours because she couldn't breathe.
So
She
they did
literally
it.
was sitting in the emergency room. Like her tongue was sticking out and her mouth was swollen and like she couldn't breathe.
So they did it intravenously.
Yeah, they gave her the steroids, but they gave her so much, and that also ended up giving her more kidney damage.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. Like, my message to everybody, and you know this, Ron, I'm real big on diet. So even when you're telling me, my brain thinks this way. So you're telling me you're congested, and the first thing I want to think of is like, what are you eating? Because you're also putting something in your body that is
Hmm.
causing the congestion.
Right.
Yeah, it could be my coffee, my creamer.
Yep. So
Could be that.
if you drink milk, cow's milk of any kind, ice cream, dairy, breads, cakes, all of that causes mucus, and mucus, it will keep you congested. So
Hmm.
That's true. Yeah, I
yeah,
can. I'm
I didn't
guilty.
mean
I'm
to
totally
turn this
guilty.
into a health show.
No, this
No,
this
no,
is
but I'm so
right.
guilty. I'm so guilty. I drink
Right.
coffee. I mean, creamer in my coffee.
Right.
Excessive.
Right. And I think we all are like because as you know, Tony, like I've gone on this like health kick and I'm eating a lot
I'm
better and
so
stuff like
proud
that.
of you too. Right.
But like
Uh-oh.
you, you also
Oh,
know this too. I love my cookies, man. And
ah,
like this weekend, like for like with Mother's Day, like I got it in. You know, and I'm trying to like get
Oh
God,
back on
my
track.
God.
I'm trying to I
that's
mean I'm
right.
good. Like I worked out and everything, but I'm trying to get back on the right track. You know, so
Right.
I understand it. I get it. You know, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So main thing is, man, I guess we just gotta stay healthy and kind of
Yes.
to a regimen. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and the
Yes.
perfect diet and getting as close to this as possible, but the perfect diet is like 80% raw, 20% cooked. So when I say raw, I'm not talking about raw meat. I'm talking about when you get up in the morning, you have a smoothie or you have a bowl of fruit. You know, you have a
Yeah.
salad at night. You know what I mean? And you don't eat meat with potatoes. You eat or starches. You eat meat with vegetables if you're gonna ingest meat because those two don't go together. So we get burgers and fries all the time, and that is the worst thing we could do to our body.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
But I'm guilty of the burgers. But I do have my smoothies in the morning,
Yeah.
and
That's so.
now I started taking the green drink, drinking the drink. It's I forget what it's called. It's a powder, and I added to my banana, raspberries, and blueberry smoothie, and it tastes delicious now. Since it's very cold, I've noticed that it makes my cough worse. So I haven't been,
What are
drinking.
you putting in your smoothie? What are you putting? Are you putting sugar in your smoothie? Sugar, honey, or anything in your smoothie?
I'm putting a little bit of honey, bananas, raspberries, boysenberries, and coconut milk. No sugar. Um, but I am putting honey.
And are the are the fruits frozen?
No, they're fresh.
They're not? Okay. So it's the honey that is causing the coughing.
I was thinking the ice because it's cold.
Mm-mm.
No.
No, it's the honey. Because honey, I had a bad tooth in my mouth, and so I wanted to stop my tooth from hurting. But since I had two brain aneurysms, they told me it would cost a lot because I had to go under surgery. So I said, I'm going to stop eating the thing that is causing the toothache. So I tried honey instead of sugar, and it still made my tooth hurt. And then I tried agave, and it still made my tooth hurt. So it's a bad bacteria that is produced by honey unless it is from a really raw source. So sometimes even the ones that we get in the store is
Hmm.
not the greatest because we don't know, you know? But
Right.
yeah, that's the reality. It's probably the honey. The that wouldn't make you cough otherwise. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it could maybe be that. Maybe.
Try it tomorrow without honey.
Okay, I'll do that. I
Yeah.
will definitely do that because that's the only reason why I've been doubling up on the coffee because I can't have my smoothies. So
And what are you putting in your coffee?
the creamer, the vanilla
And-
creamer.
Okay.
I'm so guilty. I know. I'm totally guilty. I'm
It's
totally
all
guilty.
right.
It's
But see,
okay. It's
now
okay.
you
Yeah.
know the wisdom, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
tomorrow morning when you go to make your coffee, you're gonna have this guilt trip. You're gonna be like, oh my God, I shouldn't be doing this.
Yes, I'm gonna have it in the back of my head. Oh, I can't do that.
You're right.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'm here
yeah.
for.
Yes.
Beautiful. Well, yeah, it has been a pleasure meeting you, Diana. And I think you have a wonderful personality. I look forward to seeing your future and all of that. So yeah, thank you so much for coming on our show. You've been a wonderful interview. Yeah, yeah.
And as always, guys, hit us up, man, on Ryan Rich and Toni Hickman Instagram page. I lost my train of thought in all of that. And just hit us up on all social networking platforms. And Diana, I really appreciate you
Thank you.
sharing our video and
Yeah.
coming on our show and being very informative about your experience with lupus. And happy Lupus Awareness Month. And I guess
And Stroke Awareness
Stroke.
Month. That's why I was shocked. I didn't even know it was
You did
Lupus
say that,
Awareness
yeah.
Month. I
Yeah.
was like, wait, yeah, it's Stroke Awareness Month too. So, yeah. But thank you for spreading the awareness on lupus
Yeah.
because all of these things, the more knowledge we have, the more we can learn and grow
That's right.
and become
Mhm.
better. Yeah.
All right.
That's
So
right.
this
Yeah.
has
Thank you so
been
much for having me.
No problem. Yeah.
this has been another episode of the Ryan Rich and Toni Hickman Show, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Peace.